Chapter 25. Judged with Greater Strictness. 1. Within the steady bounce of travel, I could hear, I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness, make straight the way of the Lord. I smiled, I think, at the thought of John the Baptist, and how others are moved by the Spirit to preach. I thought of Newton. As Nora and I taught one Sunday, the children were coloring copies of a page from a coloring book I'd found the prior week in the classroom. It was a picture of John the Baptist, standing with his feet in the shallow of the river, preaching that the Messiah had come and is now among the Jewish people. "Belle, that is amazing artistry," Nora said to the girl in her blue and yellow flowered dress. "Thank you, Mrs. Barrett," our sweet little Belle said, only to be followed by a comment to her quiet friend, Milo. "Mrs. Barrett likes mine best." Milo didn't respond except by looking up at Nora, to which Nora responded by putting her arm around Milo. "Milo, I believe your interpretation of the river water is fantastic." Her smile toward his face made him glow with pride. I sat there with a crayon in my hand, a brown color, I think, both amazed at Nora and her gentleness, and disturbed that Milo picked red to color in the river's water. I stared, wondering about this beacon of light, John, standing within a flowing river of crimson damnation, or at least he was standing on the edge of it, him preaching in spite of the curse around him. The more I told myself that morning not to overthink it, that it's just a kid whose favorite color is red. He'd turned the water, which literally and figuratively, in the biblical sense, makes you clean, into blood, or what looked like blood. The blood of Christ, I thought. But my mind found Moses and Aaron as well. The Lord had used the river, a major part of their commerce and life, to demonstrate who He is to the people of Egypt. "For I will at this time send all my plagues upon thine heart, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, that thou mayest know that there is none like me in all the earth." 2. Otis's voice reverberated throughout the rusted steel walls. It settled on me that he had been praying for quite a long time. How long? I asked no one. He finished his supplication with 2 or 3 of the others agreeing, "Amen." Leo was crying. I could only hear him mumble. I could only make out some of the words. Heaven, heart, pain. I also heard Alan's wife, family, death. Leo's tough marine exterior was cloaked in our dark escape, but his sadness was upon us in his prayer, an incense of humility that won against the stench of decay. Leo continued, "I'm ready, my king, if it must be that I die too. For you to be glorified in this place, I am ready." Leo recited the apostles' letter, a small part of it, that he, Paul, had written to the church of Philippi. It overflowed from Leo's heart. His worship was seasoned with tears. He said fervently, "For I know that this shall turn to my salvation through your prayer, and the supply of the Spirit of Jesus Christ, according to my earnest expectation and my hope, that in nothing I shall be ashamed, but that with all boldness, as always, so now also Christ shall be magnified in my body, whether it be by life or by death. For to me to live is Christ, and to die is gain."